Hey guys, I'm back with another skincare reaction. You guys love these videos so much, we decided to make this a weekly series. So today we're going to take a look at Catriona Gray's whole 10-step skincare routine. It's on a YouTube channel called Star Style, and I'm really excited about this because she's beautiful. If you don't know, she's Miss Universe. I think she represented the Philippines. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that one. But she's beautiful and I wanna know what she's doing with her skin, so let's take a look.
Hi guys! It's time to get rid of my face. Not literally, but you know what I mean. To get my hair out of the way. So first thing I like to do when starting to clean off my makeup, I take off my lashes first. Usually I keep my lashes and reuse them. It just helps. So
Catriona, you young thing. You know, you guys know this, I've said this, you gotta be really gentle with your eyes. Your eyes are the first place to show the signs of aging, and when you are young, in your early 20s, like Catriona, you don't think about these things. I didn't think about these things in my 20s. You know, you're like yanking off your eyelashes and stuff, and it seems like not that big a deal. Like those seem like they peeled off fairly easily, but if she's doing this on a regular basis, she's probably going out and making appearances and stuff, and she's wearing her lashes. If she just peels them off like that, she's really being rough on her eyes. If you're gonna wear the lashes, you don't wanna rip off your other lashes either. Be delicate with it.
now with my lashes off, I like to break down the makeup. I used to do this with cotton pads, but I found that when I use coconut oil, it's much softer on my eyes because I just use my fingertips. So this is just any raw coconut oil. Luckily for us in the Philippines, it stays liquid in room temperature. It doesn't go solid. So I just get some with my fingers, put it there, and then I just rub my eyes with it. And I work it into my mascara. Look like I'm having a meltdown, literally.
I'm gonna stop right there. Coconut oil works, and I know there are gonna be some of you that are like, I use coconut oil all the time, I love it, it's magical. It doesn't work for everybody. The problem with coconut oil is that it is comedogenic. Like if you see skincare brands, they say non-comedogenic, which means they won't clog your pores. Coconut oil actually can clog your pores because it sits on the top surface of your skin. It can't actually penetrate. The molecules are like too big for your skin. And this is something that was told to me by a cosmetic chemist. She actually like raged on me one time because we did a video a long time ago about all these amazing things you could do with coconut oil because it was such a huge trend. And she was like, no, don't tell people to put it on their skin because it can clog their pores. It leaves a film. I'm assuming she's doing a double cleanse, so she's gonna, wash it off with a cleanser. But even at that, it can still leave a little bit of film on your skin. So it's something to keep in mind. Again, I know some people swear by coconut oil. If it's working for you, fine. But I personally would never put coconut oil on my skin.
And just work off my mascara that way. Usually I use waterproof, so it really takes a lot of rubbing down.
There you go. She said she usually wears waterproof mascara and it takes a lot of rubbing down. You don't want to rub that much. Like you want to be able to put your cleansing oil on and almost like hold it there and let it just start to melt on its own and not have to rub it too much. You know what I mean? Like a really good cleansing oil will break everything down without having to work really hard. Like you don't have to manipulate it as much as, as much as she's doing. You want it to just really just melt that makeup.
So you can see like my makeup's melting off. And then once I've worked in the oil quite well, I'll get a wipe. Any makeup wipe will do.
I don't even know why she's picking up a makeup wipe, but I'm gonna point out one other thing because you guys kind of pointed this out in one of the last videos that I didn't critique this. She didn't bring the oil down if she's cleansing her skin. We put makeup on. I would hope that she puts makeup on here to like blend it all also. So I would want to clean that makeup as well. I don't know why she is picking up a makeup wipe right now, especially while she has the oil on her skin, but that just tells me the oil really doesn't work. Now she's gonna actually just go with the makeup wipe.
I feel better that I'm looking after the environment by not using that many cotton pads. Rather, it's like 1 or 2 wipes and then
I'm gonna venture to say that if you're using a couple of wipes, it's just as bad as using a couple of cotton rounds. I don't know, my opinion.
So super gentle around the eye area. Lipstick I always leave until last because otherwise you'll have lipstick all over your face. I'll just check if I have anything remaining around my lashes, especially if there's like a pesky lash glue that's been left behind. Just get rid of it with the wipe.
So we went really close up on her eyes, and if you noticed, she had a lot of eye makeup left. Like around her eyes, it was still like, it looked like she had eyeliner on, maybe some of the mascara dispersed a little bit. So again, I don't think coconut oil works well to break down waterproof eye mascara, like mascara and eyeliner and just any kind of eye makeup. Eye makeup is really harsh. You want to break it down with a really good cleansing oil. She was really actually very gentle, I'll say, about the makeup wipes. You guys know how I feel about that. Somebody actually made a really good correction on one of my videos when I was talking about makeup wipes, and I said something about preservatives, and I stand corrected because it's true. Preservatives aren't necessarily the issue in the makeup wipes. It's that they contain like detergents and surfactants and lots of other ingredients that try to convince you that you've cleaned your face, and those can be very drying and irritating for your skin. So she just, you know, put coconut oil on her skin, and she wouldn't put like, she didn't even rinse it off. She put, you know, whatever was on this makeup wipe onto her skin as well. It doesn't really take off all her makeup. And I actually think her skin is getting a little irritated as we keep going closer. It looks to me like something irritates her skin, but hopefully we'll get in a little bit closer.
So now I have most of my makeup off. I do have a little bit of an oily residue left from the coconut oil, so I'll take a cleanser. My favorite is from Lush. I like natural products. I feel that, you know, your skin is like a breathing organ, if you could put it that way. So I always am conscious that whatever I put on it could be absorbed into my body, so try and be as natural as possible. It looks a bit weird. It looks like Play-Doh, but you just get a little bit, put it.
I can't see which cleanser this is. You know, I like Lush products. Some of the Lush products are really fun. I can't tell exactly which Lush cleanser this is. This looks a little bit more like an exfoliator to me, which I don't consider to be a cleanser, especially if she's saying she had like an oily residue left over. I'd want like a gel cleanser to really get the rest of it off. This is a kind of exfoliator I wouldn't use on my eyes. So again, we're going back to her eyes. It's not like she can rub this all over her eyes and make sure that she gets like those last bits of eye makeup. This looks, in my opinion, like an exfoliator.
Into your fingers, and you want to wet your face first. So once you have a wet face, you just take the cleanser, put it between the palms of your hand, and it becomes like this, and then just work it into your face. It's called Angels on Bare Skin by Lush.
Okay, so I'm looking up this product because she just said it. It is called Angels on Bare Skin, which is a beautiful name, but it's definitely a scrub, so I wouldn't use this as my cleanser, right? Like I said, I'd like a gel cleanser to really go at my eyes too, because she can't put this on her eyes. It would irritate them really, really badly and scratch them. It has decent ingredients. Ground almonds is the first ingredient, glycerin, which is a humectant. There's kaolin clay. There is lavender oil, which could be an irritant. And like I said, I started noticing that her skin's looking a little irritated to me. There are other ingredients like that lavender flowers in there. That's a little rough for your skin. But yeah, this, you know, I wouldn't use this again. This is a scrub, this is not a cleanser.
And it's just a solid cleanser. I really like it too because it like softly exfoliates. It's like super, super soft. It's not a grainy texture, it's really soft, so I like that too. Don't forget under your jaw because I always break out there if I don't take off my makeup there. And then I just be gentle with my skin. I'm not trying to scrub the living daylight out of it. I'm just trying to cleanse it. So once you feel like you've worked in your cleanser, I just like to rinse it off.
One thing I will say is she is very aware of being gentle with her skin, right? Like, so this is, you guys, I would never ever say she's even doing a bad job with her skin. She's very, you can tell she's trying to be very thoughtful with her skin. She obviously like patted her skin very gently with her towel when she was drying it off and stuff. These are just things that like, I think a lot of us don't realize, you know, even in my 20s, God, if somebody were to critique my skincare routine in my 20s, they'd be like, going to town probably in my early 20s, especially because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was definitely using makeup wipes, that's for sure. So I want to like point that out. I feel like she is very thoughtful with her skincare. I'm not trying to bash her at all. I just want to point out the things that are maybe things that she could improve on. And I don't want her to ruin that beautiful face of hers with irritation. Irritation on your skin can really irritate it in the future. It can cause hyperpigmentation. And that's one of my big issues. I obviously try really hard to take care of it, and I do, but you know, it comes back. I have to do things to counteract it, and it's just stuff that's like, it's been there, it's been lingering since I was younger, you know, and it's like rising to the surface every now and then, and I have to deal with it. So this is stuff that we can try to take care of in our 20s, even in our teens.
So I feel all fresh and clean. Now it's time for skincare. To be honest, I'm really practical with skincare. I usually just use one or two things. But when I'm feeling like I really want to treat myself, I want to take the time to pamper myself with a few products, this is what I'll do. So I'll first go in with this serum. It's the Origin's Original Skin. And I'll just put one pump of that. And I'll work it into my whole face. And just being really gentle, don't forget your neck. I used to never use serum, but...
I'm pausing right here because we are getting in closer on her skin, and I'm correct. Her skin is turning a little bit red, it's a little bit irritated, and it's because of all the things that she's done up until this point. I know she's trying to be very mindful of her skin and say like, I use natural products and everything like that, but that doesn't mean that what she's using isn't irritating her skin. We're watching it happen as this video is progressing, and she's very unaware of that her skin shouldn't be turning red like this. The only time that your skin might be okay turning red is when you're using like a AHA, like glycolic acid or salicylic acid, and your skin's kind of getting used to it. You shouldn't have this, if this is like a regular skincare routine, and I know she said she doesn't use a lot of other skincare products on a normal basis, but we're only on her serum. So she, with her cleansing, that like 3-step cleansing that she just did, her skin is highly irritated, and that's not a good thing if she's doing this every single night especially.
They say it works, so use it anyway. And then next, if I'm having like a bad skin day, sometimes I'll get breakouts. I'll use this. It's just like a little ointment cream. I have 1 or 2 around my chin, so I'll just put a little bit of that. And just dot it where I need it.
Okay, so I actually want to go up close on this. I want this to fill the screen. Take a look at it. Let's bring it back. All right, so she says that she's got like 1 or 2 breakouts. I didn't even notice this until now that we're really close up, but she's irritated, and she's getting this kind of like irritation happening around her jawline and stuff. Again, I don't know if it's because of coconut oil that's clogging her pores, if she's too rough on her skin, but she's got something going on right here in this area. Because of this area, it could be hormonal. You know, we all deal with it in our 20s. It's like, you know, adult acne kind of sucks. I would almost say that like if it was in this area, it would be more hormonal, but it's in this area, and I'm wondering if it's because she's irritating her skin or she's using that coconut oil. I'm very curious about that. I don't know for sure because we don't know what she's doing on a regular basis. This is something that she's also showing us for this video, so I don't know what she's doing on a regular basis, but I wonder if this is too irritating for her skin.
And then for moisturizer, I have a night cream. Night creams are much thicker than your usual day creams. I have oily skin, actually a combination. I have oily in my T-zone and then I'm normal to dry on the outsides, but you shouldn't be scared of moisturizer if you do have oily skin. It does help balance your skin, because if you leave your skin dry and use drying products on it, it'll produce more oil and it'll be oilier. So just find a night cream that works for you. If you like one that's heavy or one that's light, it's completely up to you. So just apply it all over the face, also my neck. This is a brand that I picked up while I was traveling. It's called Glow Lab. And I always check the ingredients when I buy products. And if I can recognize most of them, then it's a thumbs up for me.
All right, I'm gonna back it up a little bit. I don't think she needs this heavy of a cream, to be completely honest. She's already put coconut oil on her skin. She kind of like overly scrubbed her skin in some ways and caused that irritation. Now she's like trying to replenish it again. By being dry here and oily here, it's trying to balance itself out. When you're like that, that means that you're doing something, right? Like you're causing your skin to overproduce that oil right here, but it's already dried out. But I feel like a lot of us don't need to use that heavy of a cream. I'm getting older. I'm like approaching my 40s. I feel like that's when you get into your 40s and you get into your 50s, and then you want to like really replenish that hydration, because you just don't produce it anymore.
So I just give a minute to let the night cream sink in. Once I feel like most of it has sunk in, I'll go in with an eye cream. Now I don't have dry under eyes, which usually not eye cream is for, but it's like investing into your eye bags to make sure that they're not gonna end up wrinkly when you get older. Prevention instead of later worrying about it. So I'll take a tiny amount on my finger. This is the Kiehl's Avocado Eye Treatment. And then using the ring finger, because they say it's the softest one, or one with the least pressure, I'll just tap that in around my eyes. If I have some excess, I'll go around my mouth here, because I have smile lines, because I'm a very happy person. So that I'm moisturized.
First off, I will say I love that Kiehl's avocado eye treatment. It's something that my makeup artist Nikki puts on me right before she does my makeup in the morning. It's a really good one. It's very creamy and lush. It just feels very luxurious. She does not need to use this at night. She probably doesn't even need an eye cream at night. She said she's not very dry under her eyes. It's because she's putting on this really thick moisturizer already. She's got plenty of moisture happening. I think the misconception with eye cream like this is that, you saw her bring it down to her smile lines, which she doesn't have at all, in my opinion. She's just perfect right now. But she, the misconception is if you bring it down like that, it's going to prevent the lines from getting deeper, and that's not true. The reason I prefer to use it in the morning is because you get that temporary plumping from the hydration of it. So it does help to fill in your lines temporarily. It helps so that your makeup, in my opinion, it like helps to stop the creasing of your makeup and stuff around your eyes and maybe in your smile lines and stuff. But as far as preventing those lines from appearing by using it at night, that's completely false. That's not happening. It's not like it's a retinol or something like that, like some kind of a treatment that's actually going to help prevent the signs of the wrinkles or of aging, or help to like produce more collagen or anything like that. It's just a moisturizer, you guys. It's just a luxurious moisturizer, and it's not going to prevent those wrinkles.
With my cream, so I've done my night cream, my eye cream, and then to really lock it all in, I suppose you could say, I love face oils. Actually, usually when I'm not feeling bougie and I'm not feeling extra, I'll usually just go straight to this after cleansing. It is jojoba oil, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, you're putting oil on your face. But I find that face oils just really sink into your skin. It doesn't make you overly oily, and it's just simple. It's just one ingredient, so you don't have to worry about anything else there. So 1 or 2 drops. This whole bottle lasts me like months. So work it into my hands, I'll warm it up, and then I'll just tap it. The brand of my jojoba.
All right, so you guys, if you've been watching me, you know how I feel about face oils. She's actually using it in the correct order though. She is using jojoba oil to lock in everything. Jojoba oil is different from coconut oil in the sense that it is really, really close to the oils that we produce in our own skin, in our own sebum. I again, personally won't put this on my skin just straight like that. If it's used in other products and it's been formulated and everything, I would probably consider it, but I wouldn't personally do this. I have been told that jojoba oil can help with acne and it's anti-inflammatory, and that might be true. In that case, when she's using it on other nights alone, it probably is very beneficial to her skin. I mean, she said that whole thing earlier too, where she's like, this is one ingredient, right, about the jojoba oil, so to her, like, that makes it better. And then she said, you know, like when she looks at products, she's like looking at the ingredients, and if she recognizes most of them, then it's a good product to her. And I don't think that's necessarily true. That's not a very good, that's not a good way to judge your skincare products, because we're not chemists, right? Like, we're not looking at these products. I obviously know a lot of the names of the ingredients and stuff because this is what I do for a living, and I look at this stuff and I talk to chemists and I talk to dermatologists. But for an average person, obviously you don't know what half of the ingredients are, and sometimes it seems like a very long scientific name and it might be a chemical or something that's bad for you. It might just be a different name for a natural ingredient, and you guys don't even realize that. So I wouldn't live by that, you know, with your skincare ingredients. Sometimes there are some other ingredients in there too that help to, you know, make sure that your skincare products are actually safe for your skin, right? So you want to make sure that you're not necessarily going off of that rule, because it's not always safe just because you can recognize what the ingredient is.
Oil is desert essence. I bought it from Healthy Options. Thanks, Mom, for introducing me to face oil. And then, because I am not blessed with super full brows, it might look it, but I do have some brow tats. Thank you, Momoy. I like to take care of my brows and my lashes too. So this is the Innate Life Rose Hair Elixir, and I actually use this in the ends of my hair after I wash it. But you know, your eyebrows and your eyelashes are hair too, right? So I like to take 1 drop, so that's all you need. Yep. Just 1 drop into the palm of my hand, and then I like to take it on my finger and work it between my 2 index fingers, and then just kind of brush it into my lashes and also into my brows. Especially with all the products that we put on them. You know, sometimes they might get a bit freaked out, so. And lastly, lip balm, my favorite. Used this ever since I was in high school, back in Australia. I used to have a huge tub on it, put it on everything. Sunburn, cuts, even into the ends of my hair sometimes when it was super dry. It's the Lucas Paw Paw Ointment Cream. I know a lot of people love this, so you can find it in a lot of places, I think. So I just put a tiny bit on my lips. But also, when you notice that you have dry lips, usually for me it's that I haven't drunk enough water. So if you do have extra dry lips, look to your water consumption.
Same goes for your skin in general.
And my excess, I'll just rub into my cuticles, and I'm done. My face feels clean, it feels moisturized, and hopefully I'll wake up with really, really happy skin.
All right, so Catriona, beautiful woman. I think there are some missteps happening here that we can all learn from. You know, if she wants to take care of her brows and her lashes, especially her lashes, I'd actually go with a true like lash ointment or something, because it'll help the growth of her lashes as well. I know, again, people swear by castor oil. It's fine, it's a conditioner. But it's really just like leaving that like waxy substance on your brows and your lashes. So it's like, it's temporary, basically. If I could change her skincare regimen, what I would do is get her a true cleansing balm or cleansing oil, and make sure it's one that can really break down waterproof mascara very, very gently, where it just goes on and she doesn't even need to rub much because it's just going to melt it. Then I would get a gel cleanser. I'd even get one like from Serum if she wants something that's a little bit more delicate and gentle and not expensive. So I would rinse off the oil cleanser first, and then I would use the gel cleanser. I would then go into maybe a toner for her skin, something that's gonna really replenish it, because it looks like she gets irritated very, very easily. I think that's something that also happens to us when we're in our 20s, is our skin gets very irritated. We use a lot of stuff, we're testing a lot of stuff, we're really into new skincare, and we irritate our skin. I would skip that scrub that she has. I would use some kind of a serum for her. I would say that the serum that she used was probably totally fine for her skin. I'd like to see some kind of a treatment start happening on her skin now that she's 25, but she does have that irritation and everything. So after her serum, what I would do is use a treatment, right? So she could use something like, if she's all about her oils, a tea tree oil to dab onto that area that she's really irritated. Or I would maybe even get like a salicylic acid treatment and I would put that directly onto the irritated area. I don't know what treatment that she was using. But after that, I would go ahead and use a gel moisturizer to try to balance my skin. I would pat that onto my skin and be very mindful of the treatment that she put on. I'm personally one of those people that likes to put my treatment directly to my skin and then lock it in with the moisturizer. But when you do that, you have to be really careful because you could just rub it all off. So you want to like gently pat it onto your skin. I would completely skip the oil. Honestly, I don't think she needs it. She's not older. She doesn't really need that replenishing. I would skip the eye cream and just use it in the morning right before her makeup. And of course I'd use the lip balm though, obviously, because lip balm is great. Lucas Papaw is great. And then I would go from there. I'd keep it much more simple, and I think she'd see better results with her skin. So that was Catriona Gray, Miss Universe. Beautiful woman. I hope she watches this video and she takes some of my advice. Catriona, feel free to DM me because I will definitely redo your skincare if you want. But you know, you probably have access to some of the most amazing skincare experts in the world, so hit them up. See what you can do for your skin. Don't necessarily go for all natural, go for what works for your skin, and that's probably my biggest takeaway from this. Thanks so much for watching this video, you guys. Tell me who you want me to react to next because there are so many options out there. And let me know in the comments below what you might have seen happening in her skincare routine that I might have missed. So tell me below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.